Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah.
No, it is Olanyah Kadaga. This one is invalid. It is Olanyah Kadaga.
Olanyah, Olanyah, Jacob, Jacob Olanyah, Jacob O. Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Semuju, Kadaga,
Order in the house.
Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Jacob O. Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Jacob O. Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, Olanyah, Semuju, Kadaga, Zito, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Kadaga, Semuju, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, 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 Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, 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 Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, 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 Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, Olanyah, Semuju, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, Jacob Olanyah, Jacob Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, 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 Semuju Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Semuju, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Semuju, Kadaga, 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 Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Semuju, Olanyah, Rebecca, Rebecca, Olanyah, Kadaga, Rebecca, Kadaga, Kadaga,
Kadaga. Yeah, that's Kadaga. No, that's not nnyo.
Kadaga.
No, that's Kadaga. How?
Oyagala kuyiwa kalulu.
You can ask the judge to tell us that name is not
It
Kadaga.
is
Kadaga.
Kadaga.
The person never opened the name. It's
It
Kadaga.
is Kadaga.
How? Where is K? Where is D? It's three letters.
Tugende maaso. Kadaga.
They are only
The ones you cannot easily determine, put them aside. We'll resolve after you've counted the others. After you've named the
Olanyah.
others, yes.
Kadaga, Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Jacob, Jacob Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, Semuju, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Jacob, Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Jacob Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, 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 Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Jacob Olanyah, Kadaga, 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 Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, 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 Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, 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 Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, 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 even this one, Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, 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 Semuju, Olanyah, Kadaga, 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 Olanyah, Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, 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 Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, 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 Olanyah, Semujju, Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Jacob Kadaga, 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 Semujju, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, 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 Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Olanyah,
We get the second person.
Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, 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 Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, 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 Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Semuju, Kadaga, Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, Semuju, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, behind, just wrote behind, Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, Olanyah, behind, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Olanyah, Olanyah, Kadaga, Kadaga, Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, 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 Olanyah, 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 Kadaga, Jacob Olanyah, Kadaga, Olanyah, Kadaga, Kadaga, Rebecca, Kadaga, Semuju, Olanyah, no,
Agambye Anita Amongo.
Olanyah,
Agambye Anita Amongo.
Olanyah,
oyo gwe bagambye kunamuyita amongo bamuwadde oledi
Akalu kali kano.
mukabawo naffe batuwakanita amongo babadde confused.
okay, Kadaga.
Omuntu awandiika atya ng'enku
Kano ka Anita
nako
Amongo.
kalaba Olanyah.
Olanyah Kadaga.
Olaba kwamanyi kyayagala amabuga obwadde wano ekipakiti ekyo
Tulinde tubale.
In the open.
It's open.
tandika nasemu
Tuwakyali kuwananya, ladies and gentlemen, omulabi wa BBS terefayina eyaffe tukyagenda maaso n'okubanga tukutuusako enteekateeka zonna ez'okulonda sipiika wa Palamenti ey'e-11 naye nga tebannaba kulangirira ani sipiika alondeddwa tewali kuwananya. Jacob Olanyah awangudde bw'oba ng'obala ebitannaba kubeera byankomeredde bitannalangirirwa naye nga ffe wano mu kugatta Jacob Olanyah awangudde Rebecca Kadaga ekitegeeza nti like it or not okujjaku nga waliwo ekikyusiddwa naye Jacob Olanyah ye sipiika wa Palamenti ya Uganda ey'e-11 ate nga Rebecca Kadaga akutte kyakubiri, Ibrahim Ssemujunganda n'akwata kyakusatu nengera obululu ayinanga 16 Ssemujunganda ate nga Jacob Olanyah ali mu bululu 3 ate nga ye Rebecca Kadaga abadde akunukkiriza obululu nga 2 naye era tabuweziza ekitegeeza nti tulinze bulinzi bagenda kubanga babala mu kaseera kano okakasa ani sipiika wa Palamenti ya Uganda ey'e-11 era kati kyekiddako okubanga babala kalulu obwa bonna buli omu yalese agent we kati kyetuzzaako mu kaseera kano.
So we are counting for Honorable Ssemujunganda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We are counting for Honorable Rebecca Kadaga. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138, 139, 140, 141, 142, 143, 144, 145, 146, 147, 148, 149, 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 158, 159, 160, 161, 162, 163, 164, 165, 167, 167, 168, 169, 170, 171, 172, 173, 174, 175, 176, 177, 178, 179, 180, 181, 182, 183, 184, 185, 186, 187, 189, 88, 189, 190, 191, 192, 193, 194, 195, 196, 197. We now count for Honorable Olanyah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. '91, '92, '93, '94, '95, '96, '97, '98, '99, 100. 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138, 139, 140, 141, 142, 143, 144, 145, 146, 147, 148, 149, 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 158, 159, 160, 161, 162, 163, 164, 165, 166, 167, 168, 169, 170, 171, 172, 173, 174, 175, 176, 177, 178, 179, 180, 181, 182, 183, 184, 185, 186, 187, 188, 189, 190, 191, 192, 193, 194, 195, 196, 197, 198, 199.
Order, honorable members, order.
200. 201, 202, 203, 204, 205, 206, 207, 208, 209, 210, 211, 212, 213, 214, 215, 216, 217, 218, 219, 220, 221, 222, 223, 224, 225, 226, 227, 228, 229, 230, 231, 232, 233, 234, 235, 236, 237, 238, 239, 240, 241, 242, 243, 244, 245, 246, 247, 248, 249, 250, 251, 252, 253, 254, 255, 256, 257, 258, 259, 260, 261, 262, 263, 264, 265, 266, 267, 268, 269, 270, 271, 272, 273, 274, 275, 276, 277, 278, 279, 280, 281, 282, 283, 284, 285, 286, 287, 288, 289, 290, 291, 292, 293, 294, 295, 296, 297, 298, 299, 300, 301, 302,
Order.
303, 304, 305, 306, 307, 308, 309, 310.
Declaration forms. You have to write and indicate what's official.
Chiwedde tewakyali kuwananya kulala kwonna Palamenti ya Uganda ey'ekkuminemu y'omwaka 2026 Speaker Jacob Olanyah kimaze okukakasibwa era alinze ekintu kimu kubanga alangirirwa mu butongole naye nga obululu bukulaga nti awangudde Rebecca Kadaga amusinza obululu 113 beddu. Jacob Olanyah afunye obululu 310, Rebecca Kadaga n'afuna obululu 197 ate nga Ibrahim Semujunganda owa Forum for Democratic Change afunye obululu 15 bwokka. Rebecca Kadaga gw'olaba ku screen yo ali ku ssimu mu kaseera kano agezaako boolyawo okwogerezeganya ku nsonga ez'enjawulo naye nga bw'ati abadde Speaker wa Parliament okumala emyaka 10 ate nga ali Deputy Speaker okumala emyaka 10 gy'emyaka 20 gy'amaze ng'atula mu ntebe y'okulungamya Parliament ya Uganda. Bw'atyo kikulaga nti oboolyawo oyinza okugamba nti omulimu gw'okubeera Speaker ne Deputy Speaker gukomye wano.
For 2021 and for the 11th Parliament.
Mu kaseera kano tulinda okubanga bakyagenda maaso n'okuwandiika rizaati zonna nga bwe zitambudde ez'abakandidenti abasatu abali mu lwokaano naye nga tujja kwongera okutunulira mu maaso awo oboolyawo nagambye nti wabaddewo okutunulira regions ez'enjawulo. Buli region ebadde eyina gyegwa ngenza okugattawo abalonzi oba ababaka abali mu buli region nga like it or not singa kibadde kitambudde nga bwe kibadde Jacob Olanyah abadde alina okuwangula tewabadde kyakola kubanga Central Region ebadde nnyo kusaidia Speaker Rebecca Kadaga erimu ababaka 12. Bw'otunulira Western Region eri kusaidia Jacob Olanyah bwebadde erimu ababaka 32 ate nga bw'otunulira Northern Region ebadde kusaidia Jacob Olanyah erimu abaka 27 ate nga Eastern Region ebadde kusaidia Speaker Rebecca Kadaga erimu ababaka 41 nga ne bw'ogatta nga bonna abalonze nga balonze watali kwesimatemamu. Bw'otunulira Eastern Region ey'ababaka 41 n'ogattako 12 aba Central Region be babaka 243 abandi badde oboolyawo aba Speaker Rebecca Kadaga. Bw'otunulira Western Region ebadde ya Jacob Olanyah ate nga ne Northern Region ebadde okulaga nti ya Jacob Olanyah erimu ababaka omugatte 257 kwogatta ababaka 27 bano aba special interest groups okuli ababavubuka ababaka ababajasi abakiikirira abakadde ogenda abaliko obulemu ogenda okulaba nga ebifo ebyo mu kaseera kano njagala okubanga nkuzzayo bagenda maaso n'okubanga bateekateeka okulangirira ekyenkomeredde. Kasooka tufune eddoboozi okuva ekkololo obutereevu. Speaker Rebecca Kadaga Honorable oboolyawo Rebecca Kadaga ne Honorable Jacob Olanyah kati Speaker wa Parliament ey'ekkuminemu. Jjukira nti Jacob Olanyah abadde amyuka Speaker Rebecca Kadaga okumala emyaka 10 yali ayagala kumugjayo nga yakamalayo emyaka 5 mu kulonda okwa 2016 ne batuuka ku nzikiriziganya ne baga nti nedda sooka omulinde muddayo ku bwa Deputy Speaker bw'atyo n'amulinda ku mulundi guno tewabadde. Mu kaseera kano mubaka Francis Zakebutebi waliwo ekigenda maaso ku Parliament. Omubaka Francis Zakebutebi bamufulumya Parliament ya Uganda tewali amanyi lwaki. Waliwo okulwanagana okugenda maaso ku Parliament twagala okubanga President y'eddoboozi ly'owulira lya President Yoweri Tibwabulwa Kaguta Museveni agezaako okukakanya abali mu kulwanagana.
Your Lordship, sorry to come in, but I am acting Minister of Health.
Oboolyawo waliwo abatakkiriziganyizza na alizaati. Waliwo oboolyawo abatakkiriziganyizza na alizaati naye nga akalulu kabadde free and fair ate nga kabadde open bwe bityo bitambudde nga Jacob Olanyah afunye obululu 310 ate Rebecca Kadaga n'afuna obululu 197.
Order in the house. Order in the house.
Eye-11 etandikidde mu kusika muguwa oba oliawo kubanga ne Palamenti ye-11 esookedde ddala okubanga etula wadde ng'etudde koolo olw'okugezaako okufuna ekifo ekigazi. Bagezaako okukkakanya abamu ku babaka era nga agamba nti omuwendo gw'ababaka bagenda okulonda deputy speaker kugenda kubeera mutono kubanga abamu olumaliriza okulonda kasita balangiridde alizati nga bwe zivuddeyo abamu batambuliddewo okubanga bafuluma ekifo kino y'ensonga lwaki olaba nga obutebe obumu bukalu abamu abafunye obutakkanya nengeddeko omubaka wa Mityana Municipality of Francis Zakebutebyu mu National Unity Platform ng'alinga alaga embeera oba oliawo etali mativu n'ebyo ebibadde bigenda mu maaso era kiwaliriza ab'ebyokwerinda okubanga bamukwatako mpolampola okumufulumya ekifo kino nga tulinda oba oliawo mu butongole ekigenda okuddako mulina okuba nti bagenda kubanga balayiza Jacob Olanyah mu kaseera kano nga speaker wa Palamenti eye-11 ate bw'anaamala okulayizibwa bw'atyo ajja kubanga akulemberamu enteekateeka ez'okulondesa deputy speaker. Process etambudde wano bwe babikoze bwe bagenda okubanga bakikola era ababaka bagenda kuddayo mu kulonda nga bagenda kulonda mu kyama wabula nga bakutegeeza nti omuwendo gugenda kubeera mutono kubanga abamu bafulumiddewo nga balaga nti si bamativu oba oliawo tebasanyukidde alizati nga bwe zitambudde bwe zikomyewo naye nga bwe bityo bwe bibadde. Kino kijidde mu kaseera kino okay katusooke tufune eddoboozi lya Chief Justice.
Two very important functions. Determining who the Speaker of the 11th Parliament will be and subsequently who the Deputy Speaker of the 11th Parliament will be. You have all the fora in the world to make your statements. Please allow us to conclude this process. Whatever you do, do within the law, because you might also invite the law unto yourself. Can we proceed? What is the procedural matter?
Thank you, my lord. My lord, we are members of Parliament and we respect ourselves, but we cannot have strangers within the chambers. They should be sitting outside. These are members of Parliament. Whoever is not a member of Parliament is causing commotion, and we cannot hold this. It's not about the victory or losing or what. What we are saying, the presence of Parliament, the chambers, cannot be accessed by non-members. Even the president is the other side.
If we have those who are non-members,
yes, they should
and they are in the house, will please vacate immediately?
We know the sergeant at arms, he can manage us, but we cannot allow non-members of Parliament, SFC, to take over control of our side. We shall not accept that. You rather shoot us from here.
And that will be harsh, but it's painful. Honorable member.
My lord.
In addition, I agree with you that non-members must leave the house. But similarly, I ask members of this house to act in a responsible and mature manner and to understand the purpose for which we are here.
My lord, we shall follow your command and we shall have the discipline. But non-members have to extinct.
No, I've already made a ruling on that. Can we have non-members, please?
My lord, further procedure.
Honorable Gilbert Olanyah, this is not a marketplace.
Further procedure, read, my lord.
When the chair is speaking, you do not raise. Let us finish one thing at a time. That there are non-members who are reportedly in the house please leave the House for members of Parliament. Let us resolve this. I will not permit any irresponsible course of action. Honorable Cecilia, please, let's finish this. You can raise 1,000 procedural matters, but let us resolve this. It's not about hearing you, it's about solving issues. So can we have the first matter which has been raised dealt with? Sergeant at Arms, can you identify those who are non-members who do not have the courtesy to leave by themselves, thrown out of the House?
Askari wote ambako wako nyuma mtoke huko muje upande huu au mwende pale nje. Nasikia? All soldiers get out of the tent. Go either behind the other fence or this side. Okay? They are also busy bodies. Mtoke huko. Toka. Okay, so what is his man? The other man from Sewung now, your allergy is treated. Because Sewung is allergic. He's allergic to SFC. Sorry, your lordship. I came in as a volunteer to help.
Yes, Honorable Cecilia. I've allowed Honorable Cecilia, she has the floor. What is the procedural point? Have you pressed it on? Press down there. Oh, they're disconnected. Please put the public address system back. Honorable Cecilia, just a moment. If anyone thinks it's more important than others in this parliament, the next time I'm going to order him or her to be thrown out. There is a limit to sensibility.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I think we need to thank God for what has just happened so peacefully. And I think we need to appreciate what the President has just said. I stand here to make a request on behalf of the outgoing Speaker of Parliament, who has requested to be given 1 or 2 minutes to say a word. And I don't know, Chair, whether it will be done
we have not yet,
before or after.
Honorable Cecilia, we've gone through a process of electing a speaker. People have cast ballots. The outcome is not officially known. People have been celebrating out of speculations, out of rumors, until the Chief Justice announces the outcome of the voting. Whatever else you know is rumor. So please, let us go methodically and peacefully. Then you can make your request and a decision will be made. Yes, Madam Clerk of Parliament.
Item 8 on the order paper, declaration of the results.
I am reading from the results declaration form for the election of the Speaker of the 11th Parliament of Uganda, which is being held this 24th day of May, 2021. Oulanyah Jacob Olanyah, 310 votes. Kadaga Rebecca Alitwala, 197 votes. Semuju Ibrahim Nganda, 15 votes. The total number of votes cast were 524. Valid ones were 522. There were 2 invalid votes cast. One of your members chose both Kadaga and Olanyah, so wrote both names. So there's no provision for having 2 speakers of parliament. You can only have 1, so that one. And then the other one wrote a name of a person who was a stranger to the contest, who did not stand. So these were 2. Therefore, Honorable Jacob Olanyah has obtained the majority votes of 310 votes. I therefore now declare Honorable Jacob Olanyah, who has obtained 310 votes cast, as the Speaker-elect of the 11th Parliament of Uganda.
Item 9 on the order paper, remarks by His Lordship the Chief Justice.
Order, please.
We don't have
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, in attendance in Parliament today, the Right Honorable Speaker-elect, Honorable Jacob Olanyah. It is my singular honor and privilege, a very humbling honor and privilege to have presided over this very important constitutional and national function. For many of you who are not familiar with the Constitution of Uganda, the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda 1995, like with many others, envisages governance by 3 arms who are given distinct responsibility under the doctrine of separation of powers. The Constitution recognizes that the 3 arms of government can only succeed when they work together without losing their individual independence. When they work in harmony, because their purpose is one: to serve the people of the country, to ensure that our country is a better place than when we took charge of our responsibilities as leaders in governance. The first speaker of the 11th Parliament, as with previous parliaments, is actually the Chief Justice. Because the first business of this Parliament, as with others, is the election of the Speaker of Parliament, which has been presided over by the Chief Justice, doubling as the Speaker. Why do I say this? I say this, Right Honorable Speaker-elect, so that you begin with your team, and more importantly, because you have a team, the majority of whom are new to Parliament, so that you understand, you appreciate, you embrace your responsibility from an informed position. You are national leaders. You've been elected by a small constituency, but you're not a leader of that constituency, you're a leader of Uganda, acting in concert with your other elected leaders to move this country ahead, to achieve the aspirations and the desires of our people, to leave a legacy for which you can pride yourself as having made a contribution in achieving. The framers of the 1995 Constitution were very clear that the function of Parliament is twofold: enacting laws, which you do not do alone, because by the nature of our Constitution, the executive is part of Parliament. The executive that generates laws as bills also sits together with you and determines the outcome of the bill, the enactment. The President of the Republic, because he has a larger constituency than each one of you, has a role in enacting the law which we would have discussed in Parliament. The judiciary of Uganda has no role to make laws. We cannot interfere with what type of law Parliament enacts, except when you enact a law that contravenes some provision of the Constitution. Then we will exercise our oversight responsibility. Otherwise, Parliament can enact a law stating that the sun actually rises from the west and sets in the east, and we will not interfere because it does not contravene any provision of the Constitution. And similarly, there are many things I cannot do as the Chief Justice without the participation of the executive, without the participation of Parliament. I can only have the number of judges that Parliament, by resolution, says I must have. Without Parliament, I cannot. So we must work together, but without losing our responsibilities. If the executive is committing excesses, it is the duty of Parliament to play its oversight role. If Parliament is committing excesses, it is the duty of the executive to play its oversight role and say, we will not allow this. And if the matter comes to court, the courts will pronounce themselves that you've acted ultra vires, you've acted outside of the law. If we understand this, and I ask the Right Honourable Speaker-elect that you need to organize induction retreats or sittings where our leaders can appreciate the role of Parliament, the limitations of Parliament, so that we can, when our work is done, we sit back and say, yes, when we were there, we did our part. Otherwise, I congratulate you, sir, Mr. Speaker, sir. And I congratulate the members of the 11th Parliament for the discipline, the responsibility, and maturity with which we conducted this process today. This is evidence that we can actually replicate this in any other election. I give you my blessings. May the Lord guide you all in what you do for us as our leaders in Parliament and in accordance with His will. Thank you so much.
Item 10 on the order paper, administration of oath to the Speaker by His Excellency the President in accordance with Article 82.10 of the Constitution and the second schedule of the Oath Act, Chapter 19 of the Laws of Uganda. And thereafter, there will be handing over of the instruments of power by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda to the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament.
This will be presided over by the President of the Republic, as by law provided. Then, when the oath is taken, the next item which the clerk will read out is handing over the instruments of power. The first item that will be handed over Once the Speaker-elect has taken his oath, the first item, the first instrument will be the robe, and the Clerk of Parliament and the Chief Registrar of the Courts of Judicature will robe him before he receives the other instruments. Thank you.
I, Jacob Olanyah, swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will at all times well and truly serve the Republic of Uganda in the office of the Speaker, and that I will support and uphold the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda as by law established. So help me God. That is it?
It is on one because he did. So yeah.
Please stop that. It's not part of the oath-taking process.
Wait. Your Excellency. It's ready. Just look here. Look here.
Hope you didn't bring a rope for a smaller person. You already knew. Or you had them in. Not fully. Just put the wig on for now. Because that one is complicated. Can you do it? So you can. It's okay. Then the president can hand over the other items.
Just come on this side. Sergeant at arms, William, right?
Item 12 on the order paper, remarks by the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, Your Lordship, the Chief Justice, and honorable members of Parliament, I address you with great humility. I thank God Almighty for His grace and the gift of life that has enabled me to witness this day. I congratulate you, honorable members, on your election and thank the people of Uganda for the trust they have put in you. I thank you for the confidence you have put in me. I can only promise to do my best to deserve the confidence and trust you have given me. I thank my party, the NRM, for nominating me, and I thank the people of Omoro County, without whom this day would not have been possible. Honorable members, this particular election has been particularly challenging. As a result, expectations are high, fears and uncertainties exist, but together we should build the bridges, mend the relationship, and rebuild friendship, and replace despair with hope. I pledge to provide leadership through this and walk the talk. They actually say, Ribe ayetero. We are stronger together. This Parliament has the power under Article 79(1) of the Constitution to make laws on any matter for the peace, order, and development and good governance of Uganda. There is no question that my role as Speaker will be to execute with utmost diligence the mandate given to me and the Deputy Speaker who you are about to elect to promote good work in the August House. It is this standard that should apply to all of us executing whatever assignments we will get as honorable members. Utmost due diligence will be the catchphrase. To achieve this, I strongly believe we shall need to adopt some guiding principles on how to effectively deliver on the bigger purpose of Parliament in its service to people. The declared mission for us at this moment as the 11th Parliament, and in line with the Vision 2040, is to deliver Uganda to a middle-income status. Every generation has its mission. It can either fulfill it or betray it. We are the generation of parliamentarians chosen by God and elected by the people of Uganda and given this task. This Parliament, like all parliaments around the world, is the highest legal forum. It is tasked with the responsibility of approving laws, policies, and budgets meant for the implementation of this mission. I therefore humbly suggest some method of work which I found extremely useful in the execution of my previous assignments. One, facing facts. We should agree from the outset that we'll lay facts on the table and use them as a reference point when expressing sometimes very divergent opinions. We must apply evidence-based process of decision-making. Two, reason as a guiding principle. We should agree that we will endeavor to use reason and sound logic in tabling our positions. This will enable us to derive the correct interpretation from agreed facts. Somebody said we should learn to sharpen our arguments rather than our voices. Three, tolerance and mutual respect. We should agree that no view will be suppressed. All views will be received with tolerance and given fair treatment based on known facts and reason. We must play to overrule intolerance. Four, harmony. We should agree that the monumental task monumental as it may be, if we act in an harmonious way, we will always find a way. And it's still important that we adopt a collegial approach and debate in such a manner that would bring our collective wisdom to bear on the problems that will be presented before us. The spirit of harmony should and will keep us conscious that the people did not give the task to any individual among us, but rather to the august house as a whole. Therefore, we have a collective responsibility to work together harmoniously. And finally, fifth, national interest above self and party. In one's lifetime, one can change party affiliation, but it's unusual and indeed unlikely that one would change nationality and citizenship. We therefore must resolve from the outset that our supreme guiding star, unchanging like the true magnetic north, would be the enduring interest of the people of Uganda. As individuals who will have interest, and even as members of parliament, members of political parties, we are party to partisan position. This interest, we should find occasion to declare them boldly before this august house and its committees. And when decision time comes, we must measure them alongside the national interest. Often we will find that the national interest rings true to all of us, without exception. The national interest will ring true to all of us without exception. In short, our work will enable us to learn more about and from each other. Prejudices will be abandoned as we discover new methods of working together and discover that all of us care about our country and our people. Convictions will be entrenched as we find new reasons to work together. None of us will claim not to have learned something new in the course of our work. I can say without any fear of contradiction that whether you agree with an opinion of any individual member or not, you'll find that you and all women and men of conviction determined to make a difference in the lives of the people of this country. You will work long hours at night and sometimes even weekends. You will listen to sometimes highly offensive viewpoints. You will even endure threats of lawsuits and other unveiled threats. I can only say that I feel greatly humbled to be called your speaker. And two in harmony, and will work very well with the deputy speaker who you are soon electing. I hope and pray that the guidance and decisions we'll have opportunity to make in the next 5 years will make us truly deserve the overwhelming confidence you showed in electing me as Speaker of this 11th Parliament. I invite you, honourable members, to pick a leaf from the statement I have made and consider adopting this method of work. When this happens, when we accept that facts, reasons, tolerance, and mutual respect to shape our actions, harmony, consensus, and legitimacy is bound to be the inevitable result. Our people will delight in our handwork. They will refer to us no longer as mere politicians, but rather as true leaders and patriots. Thank you again, and may God bless all of you.
Item 13 on the order paper, communication from the chair.
Honourable members, we are ready and time is running out, and with next business we need to process very, very quickly and see that we don't stay here too long. Next item.
Item 14, 1, nomination of candidates for the office of the Deputy Speaker.
Call for nominations. Honourable members, you are invited to nominate and second the candidates of your choices, and then we'll proceed with the next processes. Yes, Honourable Amson Obwa.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, the Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, the Fountain of Honor, and the Chair of the National Resistance Movement, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the Right Honorable Speaker of the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda, my Lord, the Honorable Chief Justice of the Republic of Uganda, my name is Obua Dennis Amson, Member of Parliament, Ajuri County, Aleptong District, on the National Resistance Movement ticket. Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, I rise under Rule 6 of the Rules of Procedure of the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda to move a motion that Honorable Among Anita Annette, the District Woman Representative Bukedia, on the NRM ticket, do take the chair of this Parliament as the Deputy Speaker. I beg to move.
Usually we have a secondment, but would you like to speak to your motion, Honorable, in 5 minutes? Is that okay? 5 minutes?
All right, Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members, in conformity with the provisions of Article 82 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda and Rule 6 of the Rules of Procedure of the Parliament of Uganda, I rise with the greatest humility to present to you, my honorable colleagues, to request you for your individual vote for our candidate, our choice, for the position of the Deputy Speaker of the 11th Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. Honorable colleagues, I present to you the Honorable Among Anita Annette, the District Woman Representative, Bukedia District. The Honorable Among Anita Annette is a lawyer by profession, an accountant by training, an administrator by training and experience, who holds a master's degree, has the highest level of education, and with impeccable record and repute. Honorable colleagues, in her over 12 years working experience, the Honorable Among Anita served with distinction as the District Woman Representative of Bukedia, and she returned unopposed. She also served Parliament of Uganda as the Vice Chairperson of COSASE Committee and did tremendous work. She worked as part and parcel of the Juba Peace Talks, the peace in northern Uganda. She served as a lecturer at Makerere University Business School and also a branch manager. The Honorable Among Anita is God-fearing, action-oriented, reliable, result-oriented, dependable, loyal, dedicated, a servant leader, tried, tested, trusted, a negotiator, and a lady of integrity. Honorable colleagues, the comprehensive plan of action for the Honorable Among Anita Annette, commonly known as the Honorable AAA, while serving as the Deputy Speaker of the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda, rotates around the following doctrines, principles, and ideals. Good governance for the institutions of Parliament, equal opportunities for all members of Parliament, independence of the institution of Parliament, working in harmony with other arms of government, and your and my and our welfare as members of Parliament, among others. Honorable colleagues, for clarity and in a nutshell, the election of Honorable Among Anita to the position of Deputy Speaker of the 11th Parliament will be an affirmation to our commitment as a parliament, to our commitment as a country towards the protection, upholding, and defending Article 32 of our national constitution on affirmative action and Article 33 on the rights of women. I call upon you, honorable colleagues, ladies and gentlemen of goodwill and hope, to cast your vote to the Honorable Among Anita as the Deputy Speaker of the 11th Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. I respectfully submit and request your individual vote for God and my country.
Thank you very much. Is the motion seconded?
Mr. Speaker, sir, Your Excellency, the President of Uganda, the Chief Justice, my name is Naume Kabashara, and I represent Rushenyi. I'm raising on Rule 6 of the Procedure of Parliament to second the nomination of Honorable Annette Amongi, woman MP, Bukedia District, as a Deputy Speaker of the 11th Parliament.
Thank you very much. That is a secondment. I think for the benefit of time, we will not be allowing the seconders to speak. So the motion is seconded. Can we have any more nominations, if any?
Thank you, Mr.
You want to speak? If there are any further nominations, it will be the time to do it. Honorable Kabasharira, let's see if we can move to a next, if there is any further nomination. We want to save the time so that we can go to voting.
Okay.
Thank you. Procedure.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Your Excellency the President, my Lord the Chief Justice, a nomination of Honorable Anita Mong has been made and seconded. Right Honorable Speaker, I wanted to move that we close the nominations for this position.
I see an honorable member. Is he seconding that motion for closure or further nominations?
Right Honorable Speaker, my name is Richard Lumo. I'm here to move a motion for the Deputy Speaker, a name for the Deputy Speaker. I'm a Member of Parliament representing Mityana South, Mr. Speaker, and I'm raising on Rule 5 and 6 of the Rules of Procedure of Parliament to present Honorable Muhammad Nsereko of Kampala Central to take the chair as the Deputy Speaker of the 11th Parliament. So I move.
Would you like to speak to your motion in 5 minutes, please?
Yes. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Muhammad Nsereko is a Member of Parliament representing Kampala Central constituency. He's a lawyer by training. He's also a journalist. He's been in Parliament for the last 10 years, and he has been a Member of Parliament with distinction to this Parliament. He went to Chibuli Secondary School. He went to Chibuli Secondary School, where he emerged the best in the country during the exams of that year in Chibuli Secondary School. Honorable Nsereko, Mr. Speaker, proceeded to Makerere University again and got a certificate in journalism. Honorable Nsereko is pregnant with ideas which we require to unify this parliament. Honorable Nsereko is eloquent enough, is formidable enough, is a unifier, a good debater, a dependable person, a person of character we need as a Deputy Speaker. I pray to you, honorable members of Parliament, that for this position we need a person of a rare character which Honorable Nsereko possesses. I pray that honorable members will vote for Honorable Muhammad Nsereko as the Deputy Speaker of this Parliament. So I pray. Thank you.
Is the motion seconded?
Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, and the Chief Justice, I raise under Rule 6 to second, by name Sebamala Richard, MP Bukoto Central. I second the motion for Honorable Nsereko Muhammad as Deputy Speaker of Parliament of Uganda.
Thank you very much. Any further nominations?
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. And congratulations upon your election as Speaker of this House. I'm moving a motion under Rule 6, Sub-Rule 4, read in tandem with Rule 5, Subsection 9. I am Dr. Baiga Michael Ulume, and I move the motion that Honorable Yusuf Nsibambi do take the chair of this Parliament as Deputy Speaker of Parliament. I beg to move.
Thank you. Would you like to speak to your motion in 5 minutes?
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Member of Parliament, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. In the first place, let me thank the Almighty God for the great favor that He has reposed to me. Allow me to take an opportunity to thank the Clerk of Parliament for guiding this House and the Chief Justice. Honorable members, I have the privilege to present before you the outstanding, genuine, and fine gentleman, Honorable Yusuf Nsibambi, for the position of Deputy Speaker of Parliament. If you want a Deputy Speaker of Parliament that is simple, approachable, collected, compassionate, focused, hardworking, building harmony, and enhancing the freedom of legislation and deliberation, then we have one in Honorable Yusuf Nsibambi, the Honorable Member from Mawokota South. Honorable Nsibambi is an educationist, advocate of the High Court, businessman, leader, a family man, a banker, member of Parliament representing Mawokota South. He has taught very many honorable men and women in Uganda, including the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, Right Honorable Jacob Olanyah, Honorable Nandala Mafabi, Lieutenant General David Muhozi, Honorable Nsereko Muhammad, Honorable Theodore Sechikubo, Honorable Obotho both have gone through his hands as they are teacher at the law school in Makerere University. Honorable Nsibambi brings on table a wealth of expertise spanning from over 20 years of teaching experience at Makerere University, School of Law, and moves to corporate governance, having worked as a legal secretary of Greenland Group of Companies, Greenland Bank, Uganda, Tanzania, and Zanzibar, Uganda Grain Milling, Kampala University, Entebbe Resort Beach, and Greenland Insurance, as well as 20 to 30 years of legal practice at Nsibambi and Nsibambi Advocates. Honorable colleagues, we have tasks ahead of us, and this speakership election comes at a time when Uganda's legislature is making 100 years of existence. Our 59 years of independence are punctuated by numerous successes, but also colossal failures in governance and public policy, increasing human rights abuses, corruption of the worst kind, and systematic democratic reversals that continually undermine the trust of the Uganda's citizenry of Parliament. We pay tribute to those who came before us, the speakers who led this Parliament before us. By Honorable Nsibambi's leadership as Deputy Speaker of the 11th Parliament is premised on consolidating the gains, building a strong, sound, and productive, independent, and viable legislature. Nsibambi has 6 pledges to make, and he will be Deputy Speaker who is going to support the Speaker of Parliament in a supportive way other than an antagonistic way. One of the most important principles that he stands for is the principle of separation of powers. The doctrine of separation of powers through the observance of the system of checks and balances.
Honorable, would you like
to
strengthen? Wind up? Would you like to wind up?
I'm winding up, Right Honorable Speaker. Let me just mention these principles. The independence of Parliament, capacity building for us members of Parliament who need the experience to do the legislation and all the work of Parliament, and also the parliamentary welfare, which we need at an incremental level other than being decretal. Parliamentary outreaches program in order to bridge the gap between Parliament and the people, and the principle of the Interparliamentary Union, which was held here in Uganda. Nsibambi seeks to bridge the gap between our Parliament and our people so that the constituencies can enjoy how Parliament works and how it can benefit them. Finally, the strengthening of the oversight of Parliament. This is going to be an important and cardinal role for this Parliament, especially when we are at this side. Benchmarking expeditions and on-site visits for ongoing projects are going to be important tasks that we are going to do, which Nsibambi is going to provide.
Thank you, Honorable.
Honourable members of Parliament, in conclusion, I ask you.
Thank you. Is the motion seconded?
Your Excellency, Right Honorable Speaker, the Chief Justice, Honorable members of Parliament. My name is Namanya Naboth. I represent people of Rubabo constituency in Rukunjiri district. I have a privilege to second a diligent, honorable member of Parliament, Honorable Yusuf Nsibambi. Right Honorable Speaker, our motto says, for God and my country, and I'm privileged to give you a God-fearing Deputy Speaker, other than
you have finished the secondment, please. We agreed.
Honorable Speaker,
we agreed you second the motion, and that's it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Any further nomination?
Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, the President, the Chief Justice, my name is Jonathan Ebwalu, the Member of Parliament for Soroti West Division in Soroti City. I stand here to raise a motion that we close the nominations. We vote for Anita Mong early enough. Thank you very much.
I see an honorable member approaching. Then I can process that motion. Yes, honorable member for Mukono.
Thank you very much, the Right Honorable Speaker. I stand here to nominate our elder and great friend with a vast experience.
Honorable, would you like to wear your mask?
A lawyer by profession, the Honorable Moses Ali.
Would you like to speak to your motion?
Right Honorable Speaker, my candidate, who until recently was the first Deputy Prime Minister Moses Ali, is, in my opinion, the best person for that position. It shall be recorded, Right Honorable Speaker, that the person I'm naming, I want us to drag her to the chair, was a minister during Amini's regime. This great son of Uganda has been part of the wars of liberation. It would be very sad, Mr. Speaker, if we have some aged leaders that we deny them another person of the same age, Moses Ali. Mr. Speaker, I'm fighting discrimination of the old people. That's why recently even this parliament enacted the law to allow them to have representation in all local governments and in parliament. If this August House would join me, people like Moses Ali even need to be elected unopposed. Mr. Speaker, outside there we run around a lot. I just imagine that my Deputy Speaker will now not be burdened by making a lot of movements because he will be seated there in the chair. He is a lawyer, and this speaks a lot about him. He went to school he went back to school as an old man. You cannot underrate such a person. And you see, we have never had a lawyer from Western Nile. That will also be a good thing as we look forward to regional balancing. Mr. Speaker, I want to end on this note.
Point of order.
No order for what?
Right Honorable Speaker, my name is Leonie Odria, Member of Parliament, Aringa South, Yumbe. Right Honorable Speaker, is this Parliament a house of actors? Is Madam Honorable Numbers in order to tell this Parliament that General Moses Ali is the first and ever only lawyer from West Nile? Is she in order? Is she in order?
You are just giving me information.
Supplementary, Right Honourable Speaker, I want to thank Honourable Namboze for nominating General Moses Ali. However, Honourable Speaker, it is of great insult to the people of West Nile for Honourable Namboze to insinuate that Right Honourable General Moses Ali is the first lawyer from West Nile. I can mention a few. Late Right Honourable Speaker Ayume was a seasoned lawyer in this country. Irene Obonji is a seasoned lawyer in this country. Is she in order, therefore, to insinuate and insult the people of West Nile? I hold a master's degree. We don't all have to be lawyers. Right Honourable Speaker, is she in order?
Honourable members, I think we can leave it there now. Can I rule? Can I rule? Father, can I rule on the matter, honourable members?
You apologize.
Can I rule on the matter? Honourable members, the facts have been stated that there are senior lawyers that have existed from that part of the country, including the late Francis Ayume, who was actually Speaker of the House. The facts have been laid, so the statement is wrong to the extent that you refer to General Lee as the first lawyer from that region. And honourable member, given the uniqueness of your motion, I'm going to use my prerogative to verify whether you have had consultations with your nominee, and if he can confirm, then we can proceed with your further justification of the motion.
Mr. Speaker,
I want to confirm with him.
History shows that speakers are dragged to the chair.
No, our rules say he must consent, so I'm going to bring up his consent forward, because our rules now say he should consent, she should consent.
But Right Honourable Speaker,
can I ask the Honourable...
I want to apologize. What I meant to say was not that Honourable Moses Ali is the first person to be a lawyer. I was talking about first person to be a speaker, but I've been given information by my dear colleagues who are here. And I wonder what type of people are those. You represent an area. I come here to ask Ugandans to vote for your own, and you come here putting me on order. Why?
Honourable, I have already guided on this matter. Generally, Honourable, I bring this consent forward before we finish with the justification of the motion.
Now the second of the motion.
Yes, come. As he comes, my second.
Order.
My second is here, Right Honourable Speaker.
You would not be your second. The microphones are there, General. I just want to confirm that you had consultation with your nominee.
Come on.
Second of what?
Have done a bad thing to nominate you?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and the President in attendance, Parliament. As a human being, I must thank Madam Honorable Namboze for what she had come out of her. If she didn't say what she said, I wouldn't have known that some people are thinking about me. Now that she has come out, I would have wished she had a courtesy
to consult me. But she honestly, she's here, she can confirm. We were hard like any of you are being nominated. Madam Lambos is aware, so that I am also aware these things are happening. I'm also a participant. I would have wished myself, if I wanted to be, then I would have asked her to nominate me. But since I didn't approach her, up to now, when she surprised me, all the same, I will thank her. But I think I know my colleague, you have been working together in the House. I don't want to impute a bad motive. I wouldn't do that because she had not uttered it. To save time of the House, I regret this offer. And I thank once again my Honorable Madam that I decline the offer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any further nominations? Honorable Namboze, your nomination cannot stand. No further speech, please. No further speech, please. Any further nominations?
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you for the time you have given me. Thank you very much, my father, Moses Ali. We really love you, and I know one day.
Any further nominations?
Make a speaker.
Right Honorable Speaker, I am Council Court Moses Jr. BTEC, Member of Parliament, Kyoga constituency, on the Forum for Democratic Change ticket. I rise and the rules 5 and 6 read interchangeably to nominate Honorable Mohammed Segirinya for the position of Deputy Chair.
Okay, would you like to speak to your motion? 5 minutes, please.
Right Honorable Speaker, like I did say, I represent a minority political group in the House, the Forum for Democratic Change, that has great connection with the National Unity Platform, where Honorable Mohammed Segirinya does come from. Members of this august House, Segirinya is a young man that mimics the age group that is prevalent in this House. Segirinya is a disabled individual that has become the same as a result of the impunity that has been perpetrated by the system. Right Honorable Members, electing Segirinya Mohammed would be a reflection and would be a protest to the powers that be. It is upon such grounds that we elect a man from the oi polloi. And should we do this in this House, we must demonstrate that we have risen beyond threats, we have risen beyond the expectations of material gains, and we have restored the Parliament to the people. I've always told my people that the voice of the people is the voice of God. And indeed, Segirinya would be the master of the Vox Populis, Vox Dei. It is upon such grounds that I urge Right Honourable Members that Mr. Update, the Right Honourable would make a very good speaker, in tangent to the manner that he reflects the minimum qualification that was provided by the UC, Universal Secondary Education. He reflects the societal strata that we have in the country. And should we do this, Right Honorable Speaker, and the House at large, we would have fulfilled our noble constitutional obligation.
Thank you. Is there a seconder to the motion?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, my name is Gilbert Olanyah, the Member of Parliament for Kilak South in Amoro District. Right Honorable Speaker, I rise to second the nomination of Honorable Mohammed to be the Deputy Speaker of the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. I beg to move.
Thank you very much. Procedure.
Right Honorable Speaker, the President of the Republic of Uganda in attendance, my Lord the Chief Justice, honorable colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Atkins Katsabe. I'm a Member of Parliament for Konzo County West. Mr. Speaker, sir, Uganda is a signatory of the Sustainable Development Goals and the United Nations that were put in place in 2017. Mr. Speaker, sir, I draw your attention and the attention of the House to SDG number 5. Mr. Speaker, sir, as you're aware, Uganda is a member of the African Union. And I draw our attention to Article 3 and 4. Mr. Speaker, sir, in 2017, in Kigali, Rwanda, the East African Legislative Assembly, EALA, passed a bill, procedure matter, Mr. Speaker.
Please
Mr. Speaker,
the procedural matter and I deal with it.
It's a procedural matter. We passed a bill, the EALA passed a bill entitled Gender Equity and Gender Equality 2017. On March 8, 2017 in Rwanda, Kigali. Our Constitution is crystal clear, Mr. Speaker. Article number 32, National Objective and Directive of Principles of State Policy, Roman 4 and Roman 6 about gender. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 organs of government. The executive, already filled. The legislature, already filled. And now, the judiciary, already filled. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm here to raise on a procedural issue. If we are still a country that believes in our Constitution, where is the place for the women? What message are we sending out there for mothers and daughters? Today, I thought that since the Speaker of Parliament is a male, Mr. Speaker, I've only heard one name of a female. And without wasting a lot of your time, Mr. Speaker, sir, I move a procedural issue that wouldn't it be procedural, wouldn't we be procedurally moving right if we move that Honorable Anita Moore become our Deputy Speaker of Parliament for the 11th Parliament, if you will agree. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Member.
On what matter do you raise, Honorable Mwanga Chivumbi?
Right Honorable Speaker, the Chief Justice. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg your indulgence.
Yes, please.
I'm speaking on behalf of Honorable Muhammad Segirinya. As you are aware, Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Muhammad Segirinya has been indisposed for quite some time. Much as is present,
constituency. Right Honorable Speaker, after a long list of nomination of members for the position of Deputy Speaker of the 11th Parliament, I rise up here to close the nomination for the position of the Deputy Speaker of the 11th Parliament. I beg to move.
You beg to move that nominations be closed?
To move a motion for closing nomination for the position of Deputy Speaker of the 11th Parliament. Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, motions for such closures, should they be seconded? Is your motion seconded? But it's a motion that does not actually require secondment. The motion that is being proposed is for closure of nomination. I'll put a question to that motion. Those in favor say aye, to the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Nominations closed. The procedure adopted earlier in the earlier election. I'll ask the members whose names have been, the members who have been nominated to come and give their consent to the nomination. Now, on the procedural matter raised by the member from the Honorable Katshabe, I think the particular procedural matter was premature, because there was a procedure. Suppose all the other gentlemen declined to be deputy speakers when they were called to confirm or say consent to their nomination, then that matter would not arise. It would have been better or more timely if they had agreed to their nominations. Then I would have been competent to know that their names are now properly for discussions and vote, in which case then I would be able to rule that given the chance that we have now, there is no possibility of that nature. Secondly, this is a matter on which I can't rule out nominations of people. You cited constitutional provision, but then this is a matter of an election. Elections are the expressions of people's wishes and aspirations. I cannot rule any nomination out unless it does not conform to the law. The nominations that have been made so far, I have not had any issue with one of them, but let me ask the candidates that have been nominated to come and confirm or withdraw from their nominations. Consent, we'll start with the first member to be nominated, Honorable Anita Mong. Yes, Honorable, do you consent to your nomination?
Your Excellency, the President of Uganda, Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, my Lord the Chief Justice, my name is Anita Among Annette, a member of Parliament of Bukedia District. I do consent to my nomination.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Muhammad Zeriko, Kampala Central.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members. I, Muhammad Nsereko, Member of Parliament for Kampala Central, having heard the contents and the proposal of my nomination to take chair as Deputy Speaker of the Parliament of Uganda, I do hereby consent and accept.
Thank you.
May God bless you.
Thank you. The Honorable Yusuf Zimbambi.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. The Right Honorable Speaker, my Lord the Chief Justice, the guests in attendance, the honorable members of Parliament, with humility, I do accept the nomination of my candidature as a Deputy Speaker of Parliament. You will not be disappointed.
Thank you.
God bless you. I'm called.
Thank you. Thank you, honorable members. We have 3 candidates duly nominated, and their secondments, their confirmations and consents received from each one of them. The last honorable member who was nominated had representation from his agent that he would not consent to that nomination. So we have 3 candidates, and I think the time has come for us to deal with the matter by vote. Is that in the next item, or do we just proceed?
Item 15 on the order paper, election of the Deputy Speaker.
Honorable members, this has already been done before. The procedure is clear. We are going to do the way we did earlier. The ballot paper is plain. You write the name of the candidate you prefer, and you place it in the box. Can we start the voting, please? Procedure.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, my name is Sarah Pendi. I know I had spoken earlier here. We have spent the whole day on the election of the Speaker. And the procedural issue that I want to raise in order for us to move faster, Right Honorable Speaker, is that as they call out the 10 names, I want to propose, Right Honorable Speaker, that we have more tables where members can write, other than people coming to line up 10, pick the paper, go and write, and the others have to wait. We could hand over these papers to the 10 members, and they find where to write and then put the ballot into the box. That would help us to move faster and conclude this process. That is the procedural issue, Right Honorable Speaker, that I wanted to raise. Would it not be procedural right that we have more tables other than just one table where members can write and then they cast their ballot? Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, anything that we can do to fasten the time in which we do this vote would be helpful, and the suggestion that has come from the honorable member is acceptable. I ask the people managing to see if we can accommodate facilities that would enable us to move faster. Procedure.
I have an interest as a candidate, and also the principle of secret ballot presupposes it must have space. So if you create many centers, my interest as a candidate will be directly affected. I object to that.
No, we are just going to adopt whatever arrangement is possible and can be executed, maintaining the integrity of the process. If it is possible, we'll do it. Can I ask the representatives of the candidates who have been so nominated to send their representatives here, agents who will be witnessing the polling process? Yes?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, my name is Elijah. I want to make an amendment to the proposal moved by Honorable Sarah Pendi in us trying to catch up with time, that instead of having numerous tables where people write, I would of the proposal that we divide the calling of names into two. One from number 1 up to 250, and then one side where they are calling from 250 to 529. Two centers, but they will be having the same tally box. In that way, we would have been able to cut the time by a half. If that can help, Right Honourable Speaker, it would help us. Thank you.
The Honourable Member, this is being done by calling of names by one person. I don't know whether we are going to have two people calling names at the same time. I think the procedure we're using now, it's okay. Let's just start. Because we're not going to have one person calling another one name from this side, another one calling from, it will be very confusing. Let's start, make the modifications necessary. Can I have the agents of the candidates? Are they here? We are there. The Honourable Member is for Honourable? What is your name? Namanya Nambos, representing the Honourable Yusuf Sibambi. Yes? Honourable Richard there, representing Honourable Sereko Muhammad. Honourable Esther Afoy Chan from Zombo will be representing Honourable Anita Mong. Clerk?
Ababiku Jessica. Abeja Susan Molly Jolie. Abba Lillian. Abigava Cuthbert Mirembe. Awoli Konihira Agnes. Achan Joyce. Okenyi. Achen Dokas. Acheng Jen Ruth Ochero. Achan Judith Peace. And Achayo Juliet Lodo.
Is it possible to move this light this side so there's more light on this side? Looks a bit dark. Is it possible to have this light on this side? That's better.
Achia Remigio, Acheng Sarah Opendi, Achibu Agnes, Achiro Pascamenya, Achom Joan Alobo, Achon Julius Bua, Achora Nancy, Acrobat Kiza Moses, Adeke Anna Ebaju, and Adidwa Abdu. Adoa Helen, Adome Francis Lorica, Adrico Yovan, Aeku Patrick, Afidra Olema Ronald, Afoyochan Esther, Agaba Aisa, Agasha Juliet Bashisha, Akamba Paul, Akampurira Press Mbabazi, Akelo Beatrice, Akelo Christine, Akelo Lucy, Akelo Rose Lily, Akena James Michael Jimmy, Akol Anthony, Akora Maxwell Ebong Patrick, Akugizibwe Aled Ronald, Akumu Catherine Mavenjina, Nnyo Jennifer, Alepa Margaret, Achila, Alepa Moses, Alero Tom Aza, Ali Moses, Alion Yoke Odria, Alum Santa Ogwang, Alupo Jessica Rose Epel, Aliek Judith, Amede Agnes, Amero Susan, Among Anita Annette, Amongi Betty Ongom, Angora Frederick, Anyakun Esther Davinia, Anwar Ricky Richard, Algon Silas, Aol Betty Ochan, Apollo Yeri Ofuono, okay. Apollot Christine, Apollot Stella Isodo, Arineitwe Rauben, Arineitwe Rakajara, Asaba Paul Nsabimana, Asamo Helen Grace, Asera Stephen, Asimwe Florence Achichi, Asimwe K. Enoth, Asimwe Mosime Mole, Atim Agnes Apea, Atim Ogwa Cecilia Barbara, Atima Jackson Libuti, Atan Okia Moses, Atugonza Alan, Atkwasa Rita, Atuto Jacinta, Atuachire Catherine Ndamira, Atuijuchire Dan, Atiang Stera, Auma Helen Wandera, Auma Kenny, Auma Linda Agnes, Avako Melsa Naimagule, Avu Jane Patuto, Awanyi Tony, Awas Sylvia Vicky, Awich Jen, Awor Betty Angola, Ayolale Margaret, Ayo Jennifer Narukwago, Ayo Tone, Ayume Charles.
Batom Ben Koryang, Baba Jebs Boliba, Bagala Jason Twatwa, Bajire Agre Henry, Bahati David. Bahireira, Tumwekwase, Slavia.
To announce to some members who are just outside there.
Bainababo Charity, Baino Mugisha Jen, Kabajunju, Baka Stephen Mugabe, Bachireke Namboze Betty, Baka Bulendi Charles. Okay. Balimoze Ronald Nsubuga, Banjirana Anefa Kawoya, Bariomonsi Chris, Basalirwa Asman, Batarengaya Basio, Ranquez, Batuwa Timothy Lusala, Baiga Michael Philip Lodome. Bebona Babunji Josephine, Begumisa Mary, Boka Didi George, Bigira Nora, Nyendwoha, Benji Patrick Nyanzi, Biraro Ephraim, Gangshans. Biyika Lawrence Songa, Bright Toma Moti, Bukenya Michael Iga, Businje Harriet, Businje Joab, Businje Victoria Lusoke.
Honorable members, I beg your indulgence. One of the honorable members, whose name is coming much later, has an emergency. The Honorable Margaret Robushaiza, could you call that name? And she votes and goes. She has an emergency.
Businje Penina Kabingani, Butime Tom Atenye, Buturo Nsaba,
Rwabusheija Margaret Namubiru.
Bwani Kabed, Bwire Sanon Nadeva, Byakatonda Abdullah. Byamukama Fred, Byamukama Nuru Joseph, Byanyima Nathan, Byarugaba Alex Bakunda, Chelain Betty Luke, Chelangat Alinga Solomon, Chelimo Ruben Paul. Chemaswet Abdi Fadil Chisos, Chemonges William, Chemtai Evelyn, Chemtai Phyllis, Cheptori Sam Maangusho. Cherukut Rose Emma, Driwaru Jennifer, Ebwalu Jonathan, Echeru Musa Francis, Edakasi Alfred Elalu, Olale Ekanya Geoffrey. Ekudo Tom Julius, Eloto Cosmas, Elwelu Peter, Emigo Julius Peter, Esenu Anthony Alden, Etuka Isaac Joaquino. Ezama Siraje, Brahan, Feta Geoffrey, Gafabsa Richard Muhomuza, Gedudu Mafuabi Dominic, Gume Frederick Ngobi, Hashim Sulaiman. Igeme Nathan Naveta Samson, Ikoja John Bosco, Isa Abiye David Aga, Isa Abiye Ede, Isa Matt Abraham, Isingoma Patrick Mwesigwa.
Ismail Muhammad Lomwa, Kara Kevin Ojinga, Kaya Christine Nachimwero, Kabahenda Flavia, Kabanda David, Kabasharira Naomi, Kabugo Florence, Kabura Derek, Kabusu Moses, Kabuye Frank, Kadaga Rebecca, Kafuzi Jackson Karugaba, Kagabo Twaha Muzei, Kahunde Helen, Kajoenje Tunomjisha Wilson, Kakembo Michael, Kamara John Nizeimana, Kamara Nicholas Thaddeus, Kamateneti Jocelyn, Kambale Ferigo, Kamugo Pamela Nasio, Kamukama Benjamin, Kamukama Davis, Kamuntu Moses, Kamusime Caroline, Kangwaje Stephen Rakanuma, Kankunda Amos Chibwika, Kanushu Laura, Kanyike Ronald Evans, Karubanga David, Karubanga Jacob Atenyi, Kasaija Matia, Kasaija Stephen Kagwera, Kasoro Robert, Katawazi Francis Katongole, Katali Loy, Katalihwa Donald Biawazaire, Katenya Isaac, Kateshumbwa Dixon, Kato Mohammed, Katuntu Abdu, Katsabe Godfrey, Katsime Annette Mujisha, Katwesije Oliver Koyechenga, Kauma Sauda, Kavuma Sam, Kawalia Abubeka, Kayagi Sara Netalisire, Kayanga Baroda, Kayemba Geoffrey Soro, Kayogera Yona, Kayondo Fred, Kaziwe Bashir Mbazira, Kemirembe Pauline Chaka, Kesande Grace Bataringaya, Chivaju Naomi, Chivalia Henry Morris, Chiza Kenneth Nyendoha, Chinovere Herbert Tom, Chinshaba Patience Nkunda, Chintu Alex Brandon, Chirabo Agnes, Chirumira Hassan, Chisa Stephen, Chisembo Basamela Noelin, Chitanywa Sowedi, Chitutu Mary Goreti Chimono, Chiwanuka Abdallah, Chiwanuka Kefa.
Chiyaga Hilary Innocent, Koluwa Joseph Andrew, Komakech Christopher, Komol Emmanuel, Komol Joseph Mede, Kuweketeria James, Kugonza Emily. Kunihira Faith Philo, Kwizera Eddie Wagahungu, Kwizera Paul, Chakulaga Fred Bueno, Chebakutika Manjeri, Chobe Luke Inyensiko. Choma Xavier Akampulira, Shoto Ibrahim Mululi, Lagen David, Lake Sharon Balmoi, Lamwaka Catherine, Lamwaka Margaret, Leku Joel, Lematia John. Lematia Ruth Molly Onduru, Linda Irene, Lochap Peter Ken, Lokeris Teko Peter, Loki John Bosco, John Baptist, Loki Peter Abrahams, Lokoru Albert, Lokwang Hillary. Lokwang Phillips Ilukor, Lolem Mika Akasil, Lubega Bashir Sempa, Lubega Medad Segona, Lugorobi Amos, Lukwago John Paul Mpalanyi, Luchamuzi David Kalwanga. Lumu Richard Chizito, Lutaya Geoffrey, Lutamaguzi Semakula Paulson Kasana, Luanga Jime, Macho Geoffrey, Magogo Moses Hashim, Magolo Faith, Magolo John Faith, Magola Rachel Miriel. Sorry. Makoha Margaret, Malende Shamim, Mamawi James, Maneno Zumura, Masaba Karim, Masika Apollo, Masiko N. Henry. Matovu Charles, Mawanda Michael Maranga, Mayanja Alan, Mbabazi Jennifer Chomuhendo, Mbabazi Pascal, Mbadi Mbasu Wilson. Mbayo Esther Mbulakoboza, Mboizi Arthur Wako, Mbwatekamwa Gafa, Migade Robert Ndugwa, Modoy Isaac, Moriko Joyce Kaduchi. Pende Bomale, Mpuga Mathias, Mugabe Donenzio Kahonda, Mugabe Muzale Martin Chisule, Mugabe Susan, Mugema Peter, Mujira James, Mugisa Margaret Muhanga. Mugole Mauku David Stephen, Mugumya Claire, Muhesi Abaho Jennifer, Muhindo Harold Tony, Muhozi R. David, Muhumuza David, Muhwezi Jim Katugugu. Mukasa Aloysius Tarleton Gold, Mukasa Julius Opondo, Mukaye Miriam, Mulimba John, Musa Noah, Musana Eric, Musasizi Henry Ariganyira. Museveni William, Mushemeza Elijah Dickens, Musheure Shatsi Nayere Kutesa, Musila John, Musinguzi Yona, Mutasingwa Diana Nankonda Kajenye, Mutebi Noah Wanzala, Mutembule Yusuf.
Mutiwa Geoffrey Eric, Mutono Patrick Lodoy, Mutumba Abdul, Mutuzo Peace Regis, Muwanga Chivumbi Muhammad, Muuma Milton Karuru, Mwesigwa Robert Rukari, Mwijishe Francis. Mwine Mpaka Ramirama, Nabagabe Karule Flavia, Nabanja Robina, Nabukeera Hanifa Hussein, Nabukenya Brenda, Nafuna Moroni Irene Margaret, Naigaga Miriam. Najuma Sarah, Nakabuye Juliet Kakande, Nakadama Rukia Isanga, Nakato Mary Annette, Nakayenze Connie Galiwango, Nakaziwe Hope Grania, Nachimoli Helen, Nakuti Faith Loru, Nakwanga Christine Tubo, Nalure Asha Aisha Kabanda, Narima Betty Ethel, Namanya Naboth, Nambeshe John Baptist, Namboze Teddy. Namuganza Passis Princess, Namuga Goreti, Namuju Sise Dionysia, Namukuta Brenda, Namutawe Joan, Namuyangu Kacha Jennifer, Nandagire Christine Ndiwarana, Nandala Mafari Nathan James, Nandutu Agnes, Nangoli Gerard, Nantaba Aida Erios,
Obua Dennis Hampson, Ochan Patrick, Ochen Peter, Ochai Maximus, Ochero Jim Bricky Norman, Odoi Bernard Onen Mutusa. Odoy Olwelo Fox, Odongo JJ Abubakar, Odur Jonathan, Oguzuli Dennis, Ogwal Moses Goli, Ogwang Peter, Ogwari Polycarp. Ojera Martin Mapenduzi, Okasai Sidronius Opolot, Okabe Patrick, Okaye Bob, Okello Charles Patrick Engola. Okello Geoffrey Charles, Okello Nelson, Okeyo Peter, Okia Joanne Aniku, Okien Pipi Ojara, Okiror Bosco, Okorimo Janet Grace Akech, Okot Boniface Henry. Okot John Amos, Okot Moses Jr., Okot Ogong Felix, Okot Peter, Okot Santa, Okulo Abuka Jalon Anthony, Okumu Gabriel, Okupa Elijah. Okwir Samuel, Oulanyah Gilbert, Oleru Huda Abason, Olobo James, Omara Paul, Onek Hilary Obalo Kor, Onekalit Dennis Amere, Onen Charles, Ongalo Obote Clement Kenneth, Ongerito Emmanuel Jor. Onzima Godfrey, Opio Samuel Achuti, Opolot Fred, Opolot Patrick Isiage, Opolot Simon Peter Okwalinga, Orone Derek, Oseku Richard Oriebo, Osoru Maureen. Otafire Kahinda, Otiam Emmanuel Otala, Otimgil Isaac Ismail, Otuko Sam, Paparu Lilian Obiale, Rogomayo Edson, Ruhunda Alex. Rutahigwa Elisa, Ruyonga Joseph, Raburindore Tassis Bishanga.
Rakojo Robina Gureme, Ramirama Bright Kanyontore, Remlicha Ibanda, Sazi Godfrey, Sebamara Richard, Sekavira Dennis, Sechindi Aisha, Sechanzi Bernard Chiria, Sendaula Christine Bukenya, Sirwanyi Solomon, Sasaga Isaiah's Johnny, Sebikali Yoweri, Segirinya Muhammad, Sejoba Isaac, Sechikubo Theodore, Sechitoreko Robert, Semuju Ibrahim, Samwanga Javira, Sentai Muhammad, Senyenyi Joel Besakezi, Serubura Stephen, Serukenya David, Sewanyana Alan Alozias, Seungu Joseph Gonzaga, Simbwa Simbwa Fred, Suri Chinyamatama Juliet K, Taka Agnes, Taban Sharifa Ate, Tayewa Habat Musasizi, Tayewa Thomas, Tevandeke Charles, Teira John, Tembo Gideon Mujongo, Tibasimwa Joram Ruranga, Timuzigu Kamjisha Michael, Tinkasimire Barnabas, tumwebaze Frank Kajiji, tumwesije Josephat, tumwine Anne Mary, tusime Julius, Twala Fadil, Trace J. John Ntamuhira, Trace J. Nathan Itongo, tulina Businje Giovannis, tulina Mujoni Francis Kazini, Wako Peggy Joy, Wakabi Pius, Wakaima Musoke Hannington, Wachikona Wandendeya David, Wakori Godfrey, Waliwo Monica Moses, Wamakuyu Ignatius Modimi, Wamara Edward Katumba, Wamara Numbers of Florence, Wambede Sethi Chizangi Masa, Wanda Richard, Wandwasi Robert, Wanyama Michael Odoli, Were Godfrey Odero, Werike Peter Christopher, Wakorachi Simon Peter, Zake Francis, Zawede Victorious, Zijan David Livingston,
Ladies and gentlemen, the voting for the Deputy Speaker of Parliament has come to an end. All the names on the register of the 529 members of Parliament have been read out, and what you can see on your screens right now are the very last members here to cast their votes. We doubt and are not sure that all the 520 have actually done the voting, but now let's listen to the administrative announcement to know how many people have cast their votes as the counting gets underway.
Approach the voting area and you'll be identified and you take the vote now. Is there any member who would like to vote who has not yet voted? There being none, there's one coming? Please, please, please. Can we know the name, please? Because we have been hearing the names. No, you. Clerk, please, you are the one responsible.
Omara Paul.
Yes. Any other? There being no other member, I now declare polling closed. And we can start the process of preparing for declaration of results. Please, technical people, take charge. Now, while that is going on, honorable members, please proceed with that. While that is going on, honorable members, I beg your indulgence. We have some urgent business which I think we should finish in the duration of them doing that. Proceed. And the urgent business I'm talking about is our membership to the Pan-African Parliament. I've already received all names from the people who are supposed to give the nominations. The National Resistance Movement, I've given the 3 names. The National Unity Platform, I've given the 1 name. And the 1 name that's supposed to be nominated by the Speaker has already also been provided. We have checked with the rules also. Rule 5(4) says no business shall be transacted in Parliament other than an election to the office of Speaker at any time, and this is important, at any time that the office of the Speaker is vacant. This rule creates its own exception, so if the office of the Speaker is not vacant, you can transact any other business. And by virtue of this rule, I am causing an alteration of the order paper to insert business as follows. Designation of members of Parliament to the Pan-African Parliament. I'll read the names and I'll put the question. If you approve, we adopt them because their names were supposed to be transmitted to the Pan-African Parliament today, 24th, and they take oath on the 27th. So we are just in time and the rules allow. So I'll cause this alteration by immediately now asking the clerk to call this business and we'll deal with it. Designation of members to the Pan-African Parliament.
New item, designation of members to the Pan-African Parliament.
Honorable members, the names that have been submitted to this office of the Speaker from the NRM, I have the Honorable Felix Okot Ogong, MP for Dokolo South in Dokolo District, the Honorable Bangirana Anifa Kawoya, MP Maugola West, the Honorable Achayo Juliet Lodo, MP Ngora County in Ngora District. From the National Unity Platform, I have the Honorable Patrick Oshabe, Member of Parliament for Cassandra Counties North, and the nomination that comes from the Speaker's office is the Honorable Eric Musana, MP Buyaga. Those are the names of our members that I now give to the House for approval. I now put the question to approval of these 5 names to be members to the Pan-African Parliament. I put the question. I now put the question that the names of the Honorable Felix Okotogong, the Honorable Bangirana Anifa Kawoya, the Honorable Achaye Juliet Lodo, the Honorable Patrick Shabe, and the Honorable Eric Musana do represent us in the Pan-African Parliament. I put the question, will those in favor say aye? To the contrary, no. There you have it. Thank you very much.
Can you take?
The ballot box is open, and these are the results. Anita Amongi. Who is Anita?
This is Anita.
Anita Amongi. Anita. Amongi. Among. 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 Among.
Some order, please.
Among. 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 Anita. Among. 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 Anita. Among. 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 Anita. Among. Among. Nsibambi. Among. Anita. Anita. Nsibambi. Anita. Among. Among. Anita. 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 Nsibambi. Nsibambi. Yusuf. Anita. Nsibambi. Among. Among. Nsibambi. Anita. Among. 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 Anita. Nsereko. Among. 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 Anita. Among. 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 Anita. Among. Anita. Among. 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 Annette. Anita. 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 Among. Among. Anita. Among. 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 Nsibambi. Among. 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 Nsibambi. Nsibambi. Among. 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 Nsibambi. Among. Anita. Among. 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 Nsereko. Nsereko. Among. Among. Nsereko. Anite. Anita. Not Anita. Anita. Nsereko. Among. Nsibambi. Anita. Like that. Among. Anita. Among. Nsereko. Anita. Among. Anita. Among. 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 Nsibambi. Nsibambi. Among. Anite. Annette. Among. Nsibambi. Among. Among. Nsereko. Nsibambi. Among. Anita. Anita. Among. Among. Nsereko. Among. Anita. Among. Anita. Annette. Among. Among. Anita. Anita. Nsereko. Nsibambi. Anita. Anita. Among. 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 Yusuf. Among. Among. Anita. Nsiwambi. Among. Among. Nsereko. Among. 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 Nsereko. Among. Anita Annette. Anita Annette. Among. Among. Nsibambi. Among. 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 Among, Anita Nsibambi. Among, Nsereko. Among, 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 Anita, Among, 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 Anita, Anita.